Hello everyone, welcome to another day of my world in Splinterlands. Good to see you all online. Hope you've had an incredible day, or if you're just waking up, I hope you'll have an incredible day. But it's a bit of a shameful story time for me. I decided to see whether or not my cards could perform well using a bot, and it turns out that was not the greatest idea, because guess where I am now? I'm in Gold League, and I've got to get all the way back up. Should be not so difficult with a Earth quest in the mix, but we'll see how we go. So to start off with, we've got aim true, and my opponent has been playing nothing but level 1 cards. So I think this could be an easy win. Hopefully those level 1 cards don't relate to recent brawl activity, and they relate to actual gameplay. Hey Splinterlands, welcome. What is your emote? It is a pug. Spinning around. I was just saying, I think I screwed up my account because I decided to let one of my old bot scripts go wild on my main account. And let's just say it was a bad idea because I now find myself in Gold League. But that should mean that I should be set, particularly if my opponents are like the one I'm currently facing. I think I'll be fine. So let's build back into Diamond League at an exceptionally slow pace. I have a green splinter focus today, so we will be seeing a lot of Kron, a lot of Llama, a lot of me trying to reclaim my position. Now, it looks like it's the wrong Splinterlands TV presents. So while my name is actually Steve, I am Holozor. So we've got a bit of a scheduler mix up there on the blah 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 on the Twitch info. So what have we got here? We've got weak magic and we've got lost legendaries. So what am I going to do with the green splinter here? My opponent looks to be playing Valnamore or what's his name? I forget his name. The guy that does more magic damage. So with lost legendaries, I think I'm going to use Unicorn Mustang up in the front line. I do think we'll still have an Amplify available. We do, but only just. And I think we're going to go with Goblin Psychic towards the back of the team, in case they try to use any ranged craziness. I'll put in Centauri Mage, and because it is weak magic, I also want something with Protect to come along and add to the armor of my team. That way with Repair it'll be really awesome. And we will throw in a healing power of a wood nymph as well. So we've got that double heal going. So opponent's gone for a pretty well balanced team. Hopefully I can overcome it. I think I should. Weak magic is slightly annoying, because I'm also trying to use magic against my opponent. And the reflection is one of those important elements of this as well. But I think I've got this win. pretty well secured. Beating Valnamore is often a difficult task, but when my cards significantly outrank my opponents, it does not seem to be a very difficult task. There we go. That is 100% another win. So, I've still got a fair way to get back up into Diamond League. But the good news is we'll see the outcome of all these focus chests before the end of the stream today. Alrighty, what is next? I think it's up close and personal and unprotected, so it's going to be Llama Mage yet again. I doubt I'll be playing any other summoner at all. We're going to go with Hydra because of the retaliation. And I'm going to stack up inspirations for the Hydra. What can I throw in for some additional mana that can have a decent last stand if Hydra happens to die? You know what? Let's go with Screeching Vulture. And we'll throw in a bunch of this other random stuff. So Screeching Vulture can maybe get the last stand if Hydra doesn't live to tell the tale, but I think Hydra's going to live to tell this tale. So if I keep getting opponents such as those that I've been fighting currently, I don't understand how cards like this can contend in Gold League, but here we are. I think I'll be back up into Diamond League quite quickly. We'll see. 163 points. If I keep earning 20 for each win, it'll be another 8 wins away. We'll see how quickly I can get there. Normally I sit in that league level, but we'll find out. Equalizer, Rise of the Commons. That's fine. Let's go Llama Mage and... oh, I can't go for Tortoisan Chief, which I had wanted to use. We can go one Zenith Monk for our last stand. And I'll throw the Mycelic Morphoid in the front. And a Furious Chicken. No, actually that's a bad idea. Let us instead go with double... oh, I can't go with double opportunity. What was my opponent playing? Let's find out. And we'll think about our team concept again. They've been playing Earth with Shield Bearer primarily, so I'm going to go with Obsidian and spam Magic. Can't use legendaries, unfortunately, though. Maybe we go a really absurd combination of Llama Mage and Wood Nymph. I've never seen this attempted, but here we're about to see it happen. Wish us luck. Can a last stand Wood Nymph win? I don't think so. Not with that Stitch Leech sneaking. If I put Wood Nymph literally anywhere else, maybe. But no. We are not going to win this one. Last stand chicken. Oh, I was trying to be super duper lazy with my team select here, and it shows. And my reward is a loss. And there will be many more teams submitted in that fashion throughout this stream, I'm sure, because it wouldn't be me without those sorts of poor decisions being made. And I'm happy to make those poor decisions so that you guys, when you watch, you know what poor decisions not to make when playing Splinterlands. That's how you get better. You observe the poor choices that I make and I commit to, and then you try not to reproduce them. because it's generally speaking a terrible idea. Here, I really want to use that target practice to my advantage by using Centauri Mage in that second spot. They will repair and also return fire. It is lost legendaries, so I can't bring my Cilia for the amplifier, but I can bring that Spellsmith to try and throw some damage back at the enemy. And on the fact that it's target practice here, I think I'm going to go with something slightly more esoteric in my backline, but I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. I'm thinking of Goblin Tower, but they're really slow. I could place someone other than Grund into the team, but they're very good for what they are. I might go Gargoyle Devil to just make sure that it's not the most riskiest thing I've ever done in my life. I am glad I've got that Sandworm. I'm hoping they can hit that 10-year striker. We're about to find out. Don't think they hit. I think I was mesmerized. No, they did hit. That's good. Well, we've got a fairly good thing going here. I believe that is a win. Fantastic. Now I can rebuild that win streak. However, slowly it's going to be for me to rebuild that win streak. But the bonus of playing in such a low league in gold is that I'm getting these daily focus chests with some incredible speed, which is really awesome. Alright, we've got Fire Splinter, Water Splinter, Fire Splinter. I think it's going to be Llama, Kron. Blast is a rule set. It's a pretty annoying rule set. I'm going to put Halfling Alchemist in the front. That way at least I can knock 1 health off the enemy as we go. See if Llama Kron can do some housekeeping for us and our rank. Hopefully they can. If they do, awesome. If they don't, I'll just have to keep trying. Keep learning from all the mistakes that I make. That's what Splinterlands is all about. But I've definitely learned my lesson. Don't trust my main account with a battling bot, because I play better than a battling bot, as terribly as I played in my stream on Monday this week, where I believe I had 13 games lost straight in a row. Here, it's not to that extreme, but I don't know, it could happen. It all depends, but Kron will take care of this one quite handsomely. Even with enemy rage coming along, the one thing I've got to be weary for is any opponents using the same strategy. I'll have to think of a quick counter on my feet. That's another win. 155 rating points to jump back into Diamond, and it's going to take a while. Okay, we've got fire, and again, that's not a whole bunch of magic. Silent summoners, so our summoner does not matter. In that case, I'm going to play Lyanna. And what I'm going to do here is I am going to focus on Melee Mayhems. Kron is going to come along anyway. In fact, I might just play an entire team of legendary cards here. Oh, I can't. There's not enough mana. Well, those two guys can stop and have a think about what they've done. Let's go with... They've been going with fire. So I do think Oaken Behemoth is actually quite a good choice. The problem is not designed to be like an up-in-your-face tank. Now, for 5 mana, what have I got that can take advantage of Melee Mayhem? Let's go with the Sergeant, drop that Oaken Behemoth. And we've got Screeching Vulture, who will go in and grab a whole bunch of health. Now I've got 9 mana left. You know what? Sandworm. Because Sandworm will have 8 attack, provided they don't bring Force Field. It'll be... Oh, they didn't bring Force Field. It's all level 1 creatures. And the Bob Ross of Splinterlands. I don't know. I could start some painting classes. It's like, now we're going to draw a happy little Orc Sergeant. First we'll start with his angry snarl. We'll do it in a shape like this. Bob Ross wasn't really popular here in Australia. We used to have a guy called Mr. Squiggle, and he was the man from the moon. He was a puppet, basically, like a sock puppet that kids would send in, like, scribbles. Like, here's a circle, here's a line, and here's whatever, and Mr. Squiggle would convert their primitive shapes and drawings into elaborate line drawings. It was Australia's version of Bob Ross, Mr. Squiggle. So if you want to see some interesting Bob Ross-like stuff, go look up that on YouTube. I'm sure it'll be very interesting. Okay, now we've got Keep Your Distance and Earthquake, an opponent who is playing nothing but death. I liked this rule set up until the Keep Your Distance part, because that doesn't give me very many options in Green Splinter, but we'll do everything we can to bring along some flying machines. And then we'll bring a Grenadier to bring down the enemy forces. I think our Goya Devil needs to go at the very back. Chaos Agent can go there. We want to protect the Grenadier because they've got some thorny stuff. But I think I'll be okay here. Goya Devil might get a last stand. We may not even get that far into the battle. We'll see. I do enjoy the fact that I'm stacking Protect through Tower Griffin and Spirit of the Forest. I didn't even need to play Llama Mage here, but I did. And that's another one for the W column. Up to 6 gold splinter chests, but I want to get back into that diamond land. And hopefully I can, so I can find out if the chests stay as gold chests or whether they become diamond chests. Okay, they have a Llama Mage and they have a Cron, but it's reverse speed and they don't have full level cards. I have full level cards for the league, so I'm going to try and employ as many things as I can that go quick. And by go quick, I mean go slow because it's reverse speed. And then hopefully we'll be able to overpower them in combat. Queen Mycelia would be amusing. Who am I going to put in the front line? Do I just go with Mycelic Infantry because it's reverse speed? Yeah, let's do it. And we'll put Queen Mycelia not there. Yeah, that looks alright. I don't know how I can make that team much better, but we're facing off against a team of level 1 enemy cards. It's Llama v Llama. I'm quite concerned about that prismatic energy, but it shouldn't matter all that much because short work will be made of prismatic energy by these two. Mycelic Infantry in the Goblin Tower, and I think I'm going to be okay. Particularly if we survive long enough to get a Giant Killer strike in on their Cron. which will be marvelously satisfying. Alright, here we go. 10 damage, 4 damage, 2, 1, 0, dead. It's awesome having my own cards, and it's awesome having so much of a win streak in this league. What's that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 79 rating points until we are back into Diamond, where I feel like I belong. But hey, we'll find out if I belong in Diamond or not very shortly when I reach that place. Okay, they've got a Lyanna. It's 99 mana, but it's odd ones out. No healing involved. So let's go Llama Mage yet again. It's the win button, I'm afraid. And we'll look at most mana to least mana. Now, there's no healing for this particular one, so I'm going to just be as brutal as I possibly can by bringing the most amount of damage that I can, and hope that they don't pop a Mylor out or something like that. I really, really like Nectar Queen. I feel like she's one of the best cards in the game situationally. One of my favorite cards. I'm going to throw Centauri Mage in as well, and in the hopes that I can ruin a tiny portion of their day from the backline. I think I'm going to use Warchang. That way, if they bring Sneak along, we've got some Retaliate ready to go. So we're covered in all bases except for Magic Reflect, really. Ah, some gold cards. Fancy. Now this is where this will potentially backfire on me, because my Elixir Spawn has that force field, and a whole bunch of my creatures have attacks that are greater than 5. But that's all over now, and Sandworm can go do whatever the crap he wants, which was really my plan for victory. Nectar Queen was in place due to the fact that they just have an enormous amount of health, and no healing plus a Retaliate sort of suggests that, well, if they get hit, they have a chance to deal damage back to the enemy. Didn't play out how I wanted it to, but I still won, and now it's 45 rating points back into Diamond, and I got 34 for that last win. Let's see if we can do it again. 29 mana, equal opportunity. I think I'm fighting another easy battle here. They've been fielding death and only level 1 cards, so come to me, Llama Mage, and since it's equal opportunity, I think I want to play the big guns. I want to use Inspire as much as possible yet again, so we'll throw in the double Inspire. Now we'll look for anything that has melee, but we'll go from largest attack amount to lowest attack amount so that we can be super effective. It's quite tempting to use Minotaur Warlord because that will be hilarious. They'll do 6 blast damage to everyone. So I am going to do that. Vanari Scout, Screeching Vulture, at least 2 mana for a tank. I think I might use Demoralize. Put Brownie there. Now they're going to go straight for Brownie as part of their equal opportunity. Let's see if Minotaur Warlord can do the magic. Now, -1, -2, that cancels out my whatchamajiggers, my inspirations, but Minotaur Warlord is going to hit very nicely in this next round here, but I really need to take out that Octopiter to be effective at all. Alright, now the opportunity is going to go into the right spot. We've got Minotaur Warlord carrying the team as I planned. Beautiful. Another 38 rating points, 7 points away from Diamond. And we have 8 focus chests. Alrighty, well, let us continue, and hopefully we can find our way to diamond with this next battle. 13 mana. Llama? Close range, but it's going to be a llama plus flesh golem. And here we go. We've got a double from the enemy. I think I should have enough damage to take them down here. Yep. Easy peasy. That should have put me into Diamond League. What do we think? Are the battles going to be as easy in Diamond League? I don't know. Hey, Bakwoni. Have I got a story to tell you? Guess where I ended up? I just put myself back into Diamond League from Gold. Gold League seems comically easy, but I do believe that I've been fighting a lot of bots and low-level players along the way. Yes, yeah, after my stream on Monday where I did terribly, I thought to myself, I can't do much worse. So I took my old bot script and applied it to my main account, and that's why I ended up in Gold League. That is exactly why I ended up in Gold League. Alright, we got Silent Summoners and Lost Legendaries. So we probably won't be using Llama Mage here, but I will be using Lyanna in an attempt to maximize my reward points and so on. Lost Legendaries, I can't remember exactly what my opponent was playing here, but I feel like I want to play a Stone Splitter Orc just because. Retaliate is awesome and underutilized. You know, this is just coming back into Diamond League, so we'll see how we go. But I think it's probably this sense of false bravado that's been instilled in me just by the sheer ease that I went from almost Gold 2 through to Diamond. And I think this is going to be another easy battle. Hopefully we can get some of those retaliates happening. Oh, my poor chicken. It's gone now. Okay, that's the retaliate I wanted. And there's the regular attack to go kablamo kapow and so on. 31,000 points there. So let's see what that did. Oh my god, I'm going to get so many daily focus quests today. There's going to be so many chests open in an hour and 15 minutes. Because if I'm earning this at Diamond League rate, and it's fighting towards gold focus chests, I'm going to get so many chests. It's going to be great fun opening them all. Okay, we have reverse speed and back to basics. So that means last stand is not so useful. I think we'll be fighting against dragons here. What can we do in Earth Splinter for this? I think let's go Obsidian. And we will spam Le Magic. And one of you, definitely one of you. And we'll throw out 0 mana creatures out in the front as wannabe tanks. And we'll see if this works or not. I think it's going to work. It's going to depend on the speed, of course. My opponent is slower, even though they have higher speed because of the reverse speed rule set. So that was a magical shootout that ended in my favor. Very happy that that was the case. And that is another win, and we are almost back to Diamond 2. We'll see whether or not we actually end up there. It is quite the win streak I find myself on currently. 18 mana, odd ones out. What's my opponent doing? I feel like I need to bring Blast here. It's probably not enough mana for Llama Mage. And judging by the amount of sneak that they've been throwing in, I don't want to put Llama Cron in. So let's again go with Lyanna. And I want to try and deal with that Divine Shield as best I can, while also exploiting it as best I can. I think I'm going to put my Silic Slipspawn up in the front, have them attract all the attacks, but then the problem is there's no heal. This could be a very dangerous team. I don't think this is wise. It definitely isn't. Green Splinter doesn't have the best advantage here, but I am back in Diamond League, so I could always Llama Hydra. Let's Llama Hydra with some supporting cast. And hopefully the supporting cast can allow Hydra to dominate. We will see. Yeah, it's crazy how many people I was fighting there in Gold League that were just spamming level 1 cards. It's really puzzling that those accounts are able to get to Gold League and sustain themselves there. There might be one Splinter wonders, but still, it's interesting to see nonetheless. Okay. Epona is an interesting choice. It's not a max Epona. The magical damage I have some concerns about, but I think we're going to get our wish in terms of Hydra having a last stand. Can they get a retaliate? Oh, it wasn't quite enough damage for the trample to come into play as well. And that time they can't trample retaliate. Alright, here comes the last stand and the cleanse, and now the trample will be slow because of the divine shield, but it will still work. It's not an infinite trample. But it seems that green focus is the main focus that I get these days. And that too is another whole bunch of rating points. So the climb back to my position of wherever I belong continues. And we've got another hour to collect rewards at this rate. Okay, what do we got? That is a very interesting composition. I won't be fighting a Kraken at least, but I think they're going to be using Vera, so probably worthwhile bringing some snare. Do I bring? I do bring. We bring. Oh, Nidica Headhunter. What an excellent idea. I was thinking of Grenadier, but we can't. Oh, we can bring Nidica Headhunter. In fact, I'm going to bring all the snare. I'm going to show that I paid attention in Splinterlands school for the briefest of moments and put together a team like this, which is going to be very attack driven. There's 2 snipes, there's a sneak, there's a blast, and then there's a Nidica Headhunter. And there's a Llama Mage, for some reason, whose last stand will probably not do all that much. But unfortunately, there's also a Wave Brood. Thankfully, they don't have Force Field on them, because that would make life extremely problematic for my Sandworm. But my Sandworm is in a pretty happy place right now, I think. And I got that mixed up so badly. I shouldn't have brought Snare. I should have been aware of the fact that they had Snare. I mixed up the summoner, and now I'm going to pay for it. by way of a loss, most likely, because Mitika Headhunter cannot attack from first position. That shows my inexperience with some of these enemy cards. And that brings my winning streak to an end. But I suspect I'm going to get it back up and running here because there's a lot of level 1 cards in my opponent's thing here. Yes, I was a very silly human. I'm going to go Unicorn Mustang, Cornelius, because everything is snipey snipe. So Cornelius in that second position will collect the enemy snipe and throw it back at them. In fact, we could probably put Centauri Mage in as well. That way we can do some repairing. Spirit of the Forest can come along to the party. Kron can come along to the party. 7 mana left. We should probably bring an amplification as well. So where is our sweet, sweet Queen Mycelia? There she is, hiding out, doing Queen Mycelia things. Here's the hopes that they don't stack an entire team full of sneak, but we'll find out soon enough. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, it's Kraken. Oh, that fills me with just so much bliss and joy and happiness and glory. At least they don't have triage on their team. That's the only thing that makes me feel good about the enemy team I'm fighting. Our Blast is arrested by Tidebider. We got that reflection working its wonders, but goodbye Cornelius. There goes a extreme portion of my magic reflect. But I feel like Kron might be able to help us. Hopefully. We got a kill at long last. Okay, here we go. It's all on you, Kron, buddy. I have faith. He does not have enough health to survive here. It's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. But Kraken, having Kraken is just hacking. I've got a Kraken, but I rarely use it. Little League Silent Summoners, so we can't rely on Llama Mage at this point. So Natura it is. 4 mana or less. So let's play this somewhat intelligibly. Or at least attempt it to be intelligibly. Who's going to be our main battle tank? I've got a heal in play via the princess. I think I might go with Hill Giant. That way I've got another 2 mana to spend on something like Acid Shooter. It's a varied attacks. Hoping Acid Shooter can target their Divine Healer before too much damage is done to my team. Oh, I called it. And look at this. Here comes the redemption. The Dr. Blight is going to be the last one standing, I think. Oh no, it's not close range. We're good. We are splendid. Tidebiter is an exceptional card. They are extremely sadness-inducing when you are fighting against them in the Blast rule set. They're incredibly sadness-inducing. So I deliberately did something in this particular battle here, is I played Beta Summoner, Alpha card, promo card, gold foil card, and I'm not sure if Dr. Black counts as a promo card, but I deliberately put that team together to try and milk as much rating point as possible out of that one. I didn't have the win streak going for it, but I did that somewhat strategically, even though I wasn't commentating that element, to try and get as many reward points out of that one as possible. Okay, we have Mylor, we have Obsidian, and we have Mylor. Okay, I do not want to try and play with the Melee Mayhem rule set here, but I feel like it is inevitable to do so. One thing that Earth Splinter is not good at is return fire, so I'm going to throw Mitica, Headhunter, and Cornelius into the battle here. Oaken Behemoth is there because of the magic ability. What other ways can I do ranged damage that is going to hurt them a lot? I am tempted by blind. Force them to miss. Let's use blind. Now we have as much mana as we could hope for and wish for. I don't know. I feel like Blue Splinter and Life Splinter are the best for return fire. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to use Hydra as my tank. They're the best for Magic Reflect. And my opponent did indeed go with Magic as their strategy here. But that's okay, because their tank was melee-like, and they didn't go Mylor. So it'll be Micron versus their Jin as a last stand, which is an excellent arrangement. Can last stand Jin win? That's going to be a no from me. That's going to be a no. Alrighty. So we are at 12 chests, an hour to go on our focused. Yes, focused. I don't know where I'm going to get up to with this focus chest, but I'm going to try and push it as hard as I can. Okay, looks like they don't have max level creatures, but they love to play various things. And it's Super Sneak. So if it is Super Sneak, let us play the Super Sneak rule set, but let us also support the fact that everything's going to go into Slip Spawn and it's going to get a double triage. And that's going to be hilarious. Now, on my side of the fence, if it's going to be Super Sneak, I feel like we need piercing. So let's go with a Unicorn Mustang. Can also go with Oaken Behemoth, and then that leaves me enough space for a Cron. Let's see what happens here. I'm very magic heavy. Opponent seems to enjoy Stitch Leech and other such things. Oh, they've gone all melee, and they didn't quite bring the inspiration there. and Shield Bearer is going to go bye-bye very quickly. I was going to say I should be afraid of Jared's Scar, but he's got 6 attack, and Slipspawn has Force Field, so that's... Did you mean 1 attack? Which is fantastic for me. Excellent. Excellent tactics, if I don't say so myself. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Hi, Real the Purifier. You're not meant to do things like that. That's rude of you. Alright. Jared Scars out of the way. Now we've got this to get through, and Uriel is actually an enormous threat at this point, particularly with charge. As long as I can dodge, we'll be okay. Oh, thank you, Oaken Behemoth. You are amazing. You are incredible. Oaken Behemoth did a whole bunch of awesome there. Yeah, that surprised me as well, Rentlaw. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be safe. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, my slip spawn is no more. I am in mourning now. And I think I'll be fighting Death Splinter here. And it is enough mana for a Mimosa to come along. And I hate the fact that they have a Lord of Darkness and a Harklaw, armored up, heavy hitters. So we need to do some stunning. I feel like Obsidian might be my best choice here. Mainly on account of the fact that we can use 2 stuns. It's going to be pointless if Harklaw's in the rear position, but we gotta risk it. We probably want passiveness in our front line, so we're going to go Failed Summoner. And I'm going to load up on everything else. Kron, certainly going to try and do something. I need to bring a Sneak along. I think it's going to be Sandworm in case they do Dark Hole 1 in their backline. Don't know how this is going to go, but I'm not confident, just on account of Lord of Darkness. I could be in some trouble here. Good that we've stunned. Excellent. Fan-freaking-tastic. Unfortunately, we got stunned as well. But we've consistently stunned that creature. We've stunned the backline consistently as well. This has gone very well for me. Now, Force Field is going to be problematic. But it's been amusing that my opponent has also been quite handy using their stuns as well. So apparently Knockout doesn't penetrate the force field. There it goes. That worked well for me. And another 44 rating points. And that is another 4-game winning streak. We're up to 13 focus chests. And almost up to Diamond 2. So let us keep persevering. Keep going, keep pushing. Want to see how many of these chests I can pillage at the end of this stream. Oh, it's close range and green splinters here. I think I just got goosebumps for the team I'm about to play. It is going to feature It's going to be an annoying triple feature here. It's going to be all of the last stand options except Kronz gets to stay this time. Hydra, Cornelius, and in the middle we'll put some opportunistic little machines. We'll put a fungus fiend in, sure, and we'll put a chicken in. And I just hope that it's Hydra or Cornelius. Mainly hoping for Cornelius to get the last stand because they are the best option for close range. We'll see. I have no healing other than Hydra and Cornelius, but I'm living on the edge. We'll see where my win streak ends, if it does indeed end. Stone Splitter Orc is pretty deadly. I am slightly scared, particularly if they retaliate and enrage. Yeah, that happens. But I'm okay with Hydra taking out the Orc. Yeah, I just start to as high to 100 as I possibly can, and then I just keep going. I just keep going, and then I won't play for a few days. Let it recharge. Unless I get a quest that is super appropriate. Like if I get a dragon focus, then I will push as hard as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can. Basically until I get bored or angry or rage quitty. Because I feel as though the win-loss ratio is better than not. Particularly if I'm on a streak like I am now. I feel like the streak bonus outweighs the ECR loss. But if I'm going to talk about win-loss ratio this season, I mean, I'll look at me this season. 279 played. Most of them were me using a bot on my account, I'm not going to lie. 117 wins, which you've probably witnessed 30 of those wins so far today. But yeah, normally I will manage it down to, okay, well, I'm at 68% or whatever, and I don't plan on playing for another day and a half. And then I'll jump back in when I'm ready to do so. It's all a balance. There's wins, there's losses. It's all fun. Okay, we are evens, and my opponent is enjoying the life splinter, and it's 22 mana. I think it may be time to go with Wizard of Eastwood. We're going to go down the rusty garden path here. Focus on some triage. I don't know what my main source of damage is going to be. They enjoyed playing armor. That's why I've gone with Wizard of Eastwood and Mycelia to try and reduce that armor as much as I possibly can. I feel like I could compound that with Unicorn Mustang, but they're pretty pricey. Maybe I go with Mycelic Infantry, but they're pretty slow. I might go with Minotaur Warlord, actually. Life Splinter doesn't have many even-numbered sneak creatures, so I'm not very concerned about enemy sneak. But having said that, I've really only got 4 mana left to play with here. So perhaps it should be Dr. Blight. And then we'll throw in the Fungus Fiend and the Chicken to protect Queen Mycelia if they do bring any snipe. Okay, so we'll keep Celestial Harpy occupied for a little bit. Hoping we can hit with our Minotaur Warlord. But I feel like Minotaur Warlord was the right choice as a tank. Based on his reflection ability and his return fire. He's been quite handsome as a tank, actually. The only thing he doesn't have, of course, is thorns. He's been exceptionally handsome as a tank. He's very lucky he didn't get afflicted throughout that. And he was indeed an amazing creature. Good old Minotaur Warlord. Don't know that it was actually useful that I brought all that rust along. They had Tyrus Palladium, which introduced armor, but nothing else gave them armor, so I was a bit overzealous on the removal of armor, but it still worked. A good idea using Minotaur Warlord to absolutely ensure armor was reduced to practically nothing. Okay, we have Poison, Thaddeus. Ooh, what a variety of creatures. And we've got Noxious Fumes, so we're probably going to be facing Harklaw. And if they're clever, they're going to play Harklaw with Magic Reflect. If they've got Ouster. Otherwise, they're going to play with... I think it's too low for Mimosa. So I'm going to go Llama Mage and hope that they don't play Harklaw. We'll very quickly find out if they do. Not putting any additional creatures in here with 0 mana because if they bring Dark Hawan by any chance, I don't want to make Dark Hawan stronger than what they already are. But I think we'll see Harklaw. Yep, there he is. And there's Mimosa. So it was the worst of both predictions. And with Silent Charvi in play as well, that does not generate good news for my Kron. Generates exceptionally bad news for my Kron. What's gonna happen? Okay, Hydra will get a last stand. They will trample. Yeah, they're gonna be okay. They are gonna be absolutely okay. Watch them miss on the trample though. Oh no, they hit. That's lovely. Okay. And we are well and truly in the throes of Diamond 2 now. And that win streak is blazing. Absolutely blazing. 14 chests. It's pretty good. Alright, close range, but Rise of the Commons. That makes me slightly sad. Am I playing the same person again? It's a very similar team to last time. We are going to go Llama Mage yet again. I'm going to do a rather unconventional Rise of the Commons, I think. Because it is close range. I think I'm going to go Unicorn Mustang, Centauri Mage, because Death does have some nice... what do they call them? Little archer dudes with snipe. I'm going to throw Orc Sergeant into the mix as well. Leaves him with 5 mana. You can see I'm sort of preparing the Goblin Psychic for a last stand. At least that's going to be the goal. The dangerous thing here is Death Splinter does have a lot of awesome sneak. So I'm just going to put the Goblin Psychic there and hope that they can live long enough. Because the Spellsmith is disposable. Chaos Agent is disposable. Goblin Psychic is not disposable. And I didn't want to bring Kron. I felt like it'd be too obvious. But Death Splinter also has some awesome mages in there. And, well, if they play Lord of Darkness, then I'm just going to lose. That's a reality I have to accept. Lord of Darkness destroys me in every way. They make me cry. They make me sad. But they also make me wait, apparently. So while I wait, I'll take a drink of water. And we will wait some more. Ooh, it's not a Lord of Darkness. That's good. But they did bring the sneak, and I doubt I'm going to be able to dodge that Silent Shabi. They also brought Ouster, which is probably problematic. Ouch. At least I'm going to get to use Redemption. I've got to look at the positives here. Oh no, that miss. Beautiful redemption there. Completely pointless redemption. Alright. Here we go. Minicron did not succeed. Okay. Back to a loss. And Diamond 1 suddenly seems so far away. Don't drop like a sack of potatoes. Throw the sack of potatoes down upon your enemies. Use the momentum to like destroy your opponents that are below you, and then rise back up on their battered corpses. That's how this game works, right? At least that's how it works in my imagination. Okay, what have we got? We've got dragons everywhere. I feel like it's gonna be dragons, but it's Earthquake. And back to basics, so we just want to go for as much health as possible. And I think Lyanna's going to help us do that. And then we will look at as much health as possible, but it's only 23 mana left to play with here. So let's go Flesh a Golem. They seem like fairly decent value for money, at least in terms of mana. Don't look at them on the market. They're certainly not good value for money on the market. And because of this Earthquake rule set, we want stuff that's got decent amount of health. And that is difficult given the amount of mana that's available. Barking Spider has an unbelievable amount of health for 4 mana. 5 mana Regal Periton seems like excellent value as well. And we're left with 1. Can we go with a 0 mana and then see what costs 7 mana? May or may not have more health or attack than Flesh Golem. I think Pelacor Mercenary, because they have that armor, might buy them an extra turn of survival. And they, of course, have flying on everybody now. Why did I put the chicken at the back? That doesn't help me at all. That's going to be a loss. On to the next one. I will prevail. At some point. Ooh, interesting. Lost Magic, 32 mana. Well then, let's take away armor. And we only need Return Fire here. Unfortunately, Death is really good at that. That's the bad news here. So I perhaps want to go with as much melee as possible. Let's do that. Let's use an all melee team. I will introduce my team such as this. Reducing the armor feels like a fantastic idea now. Hopefully it's not lots of thorns. Oh, the sneak might actually work quite well. That opportunity was annoying. That opportunity is going to be extremely annoying, in fact. Oh no, Minotaur Warlord is so squishy and he's dead already. And retaliate. And another kill. Yeah, this is not going to go well. This is going to be absolutely awful. I'm skipping. That's a loss. And now I am back to my old habits. 3 losses in a row. I knew I should have savored those wins. I knew it. Okay, Spreading Fury and Earthquake. Oh, how I wish to play Dragon for this rule set. But no, we are not. Nectar Queen, the ultimate Earthquake machine. Midka Headhunter, Spirit of the Forest. And what other snares might we have available to us? So far we've got a snipe. We're spreading out our damage. So let's bring that damage in by using another snipe to focus fire. These two are going to attack the front line. We need something else that can attack the front line, yet do it gracefully from anywhere. Let's go with Centauri Mage. I've not prepared myself well for a last stand here. There are few creatures in my team capable of pulling off a last stand, and perhaps I should rethink the Centauri Mage as a result. You know what I should be playing is Pellicore Mercenary. They can protect the rear line, and then Brownie can come back along and insert themselves in that position, and then hopefully mighty, courageous Pellicore Mercenary will either retaliate like a monster or do a series of incredible last stands. Now, the bad news is Uriel the Purifier. The good news is I should be able to hit them before they hit me. And I should have enough damage, provided Midika Headhunter and good. Otherwise, that would have been very bad for my Nectar Queen. It would have been horrific for my Nectar Queen. It would have been the worst possible outcome. Oh, that miss was rather costly. But hey, at least they're gonna die to Earthquake now. And we're good. That was lucky. That was very lucky. That was a well-equipped team that my opponent threw at my face. Luckily, I was able to deflect it with a Nectar Queen. Nectar Queen is one of my favorite cards. They're really fantastic. What's going to happen next? Am I going to get to that 16th chest of this next battle? Or is it going to be a grind to get there? I definitely don't think I'm getting back up to Diamond 1 today. Not soaring through this wreck as quickly as the last. Okay, it's a pretty varied team, but it's going to be Life Splinter. Looks like they keep themselves vulnerable to sneak, and everything is snipe. So I'm going to go with sneak. I'm going to go with the Wizard of Eastwood. And let's bring everything that has sneak except for Sandworm. Actually, I'm going to drop Isa because I don't want Snipe to hit her. So it's suddenly a lot less sneaky. But I think it'll make do. Screeching Vulture isn't strictly sneak, but they're close enough. Brownie can come along, and we'll throw that goldness in. Oh, look at that. They left themselves open to sneak, just as I predicted. Bang. There goes their most damaging monsters. Oh, that poison was perfect. And this turn, they'll be left with nothing. Nothing that can hurt me. Splendid. That worked very well. One more win, then I'll get to that 16th chest. And then after that, maybe we'll get a diamond chest for the next focus. Explosive weaponry, silent summoners. Yep, let's not focus on that blast too intently. And I think I'm going to roll with that sneak again because I don't have that blast shield man that they have, which I've noticed in their composition. So I'm basically going to play a mirror of what I just played. So we're going to go passive in the front. Who is going to go into second position that has some more health? Let's look at the most amount of health for 3 mana. Earth Elemental. That way they can heal themselves from any blast damage. It's just as good as a blast shield in my mind. Isa can go there. Sandworm can go in the safest spot, I hope. And what have they done? Dark One. Excellent. So my blast is going to be ineffective. Oh, I'm getting absolutely wrecked. This is not the plan. I don't have one of these Ven Atcor Kinjos yet. And it feels like they are very, very useful. I don't think I can overcome this. That is not what I wanted them to do. I thought I was smarter. But then they directed my fire and then they prevented it from being effective. Fog of War, Lost Legendaries, 19 mana. Let's go Llama Mage. And let's go not Hydra, not Kron, because it's Lost Legendaries. And oh god, what am I doing? It's Fog of War though. So oh, we could be evil with this. And I'm gonna try and be evil with this. Goblin Psychic, the Mini Kron, and Flesh Golem. But then we'll also put a chicken in the front. Don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Something will happen. An occurrence will occur. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's going to be Flesh Golem who gets the last stand. They should be able to hold the line against this. This double opportunity was not something that I had foreseen. That's going to be a savagely large amount of damage. Ouch. Not enough health. That was really well played by my opponent. Exceptionally well played. Okay, let's see if we can just stay here in Diamond 2. It's nice in Diamond 2. I don't want to go to Diamond 3. There's nightmares back there. 99 mana, super sneak is no sneakies. Okay. Grund. I am gonna lose this so badly, but Hydra's gonna go right at the very back. If they use Dragon Jumper to get around this, Grund is 13, 11, 10. So currently Hydra is the target of any opportunity. We can fix that by adding Slip Spawn, but then I've got to focus on keeping Slip Spawn alive for as long as possible. And I'd rather just be ludicrously offensive. Cornelius can have a go. Centauri Mage, no. Actually, we need to bring healing here. I absolutely need to bring healing. I don't like this at all. I could just throw the cube in. I'm not going to throw the cube in. Yeah, I've got to go with a Slip Spawn. Attract that enemy fire as best I can. Yeah, I'm not confident here, but I've got 3 tramples. Ooh, the force field might actually work quite well here. 1 damage. 1 damage. That's more than 1 damage, but... Ow. Carnage Tartan, you're so rude. I don't like my chances. I'm going to skip to my loss. What a great prediction. Oh no, I'm back in Diamond 3. It's uncomfortable here, guys. It's 36 mana, and it's more dragons, but it's also reverse speed, and I don't mind reverse speed with Green Splinter. I love reverse speed in Green Splinter. Where is my favorite Green Splinter reverse speed card? The Goblin Tower. How many rating points have you dropped though, Bakoni? Have you got the record back? I hope you don't have the record back. I liked having that record of the most ranking points dropped in a day. Okay, what else are we going to throw into this reverse speed? It's pretty high mana. I'm going to go and risk my Silic Infantry. There's plenty of them. They're mass manufactured. Queen Mycelia feels like a bad idea. Goblin Psychic plus this. I really hope they don't bring Sneak, because I want my Goblin Psychic to have a last stand. I don't want to bring Fungus Fiend, because it's going to slow down the enemy, and in reverse speed. That is a horrifically bad idea. You don't have that record, then Bakoni. You're alright. You're alright. But 300 rating over 2 days is what, 8% of your rank? It's a pretty big swing for a couple of days. I'm hoping I can have some marginal success here in battle. And by marginal success, I mean victory, because that's the only definition of success. You can't get an attempted win in Splinterlands. You get an attempted murder in real life. You can't get an attempted win. Every game in Splinterlands is an attempted win, actually. If you look at it that way. Unless you actually win, then it's a win, as opposed to an attempted win. That was a bit of a ramble there. I like my chances. Slipspawn is going to destroy Grum. The only thing he's missing is that lovely, lovely piercing. But bang, 10 damage in one go. Goodbye and good night, Grum. Get out of here. Go back to the place where you were spawned. Slipspawn was such a good choice. They are rampaging against Archmage Arius. I will take that victory, and it will put me back into Diamond 2. And now 16 focus chests for the day. I want to try and get that to 17 before we claim. So a fair few wins away, though. Selenia. I think it might be time for Almo. Oh, let's go Almo. Almo. Who's going to support Almo? Do we want to give Almo armor? I think we do. Oh, we can't. It's broken armor. Dang it. That would have been funny. I'm glad I didn't sort of persist upon those thought patterns for very long. Actually, let's go with the trifecta of return fire, such as this. We will bring healing. We will bring the good old Mycelia, who's going to be of amplify and triage. What are my other amplify options? Amplify, dispel, and redemption. What are the positive status effects that we could dispel successfully here? Or is triage more useful? I don't think triage is going to be more useful than dispel. So let's do that instead. And finally, well, it's the Cron. Is my return fire going to be mega useful? Potentially. My amplifier is gone. That didn't take very long. Oh god. Hitting that nightmare. It's, guess what? A nightmare. Just need those successive hits to come through. Yeah, Cron is not going to be able to last stand this to victory. I need Cornelius to do some serious survival. That wasn't enough serious survival. Oh god. Cron's gonna get stun locked. And he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Come back, Cron. Back to Diamond 3 yet again. We might have found our home. Get comfy. Noxious fumes. Lost legendaries. So this is going to be a llama plus cube, most likely. Well, it's going to be llama plus a whole bunch of other stuff, but cube is going to feature strongly. And I hate to do it, but oh, it's so wrong, but it feels so right. Llama plus cube plus support material Who's going to be our support material? You know who's going to be hilarious support material? Actually, they can't be because it's lost legendaries and there's no other immunities in play. But fire has an immunity, but that fire immunity does not have immunity to magic. So we're gonna use some delightful magic to try and get through that enemy strategy that I suspect that I'll see. We'll go with Chaos Agent. And yeah, Fire's known for having some sneak. So we'll put the Mycelic Morphoid in there just to survive a few turns. Okay, I expected to see a Forgotten One out there on the battlefield here. Interestingly, they've also gone with the cube, but in Fire Splinter, I question the effectiveness of such a thing. Clever use of Void. In that second position, they sort of seem like they had anticipated what I was going to do. But I don't think I'll be having any difficulties coming away with the win here. Particularly Margie of Chaos, who's going to absolutely destroy this Gelatinous Cube in just a moment, because theirs does not have Void. Bang, 8 damage. And very deliberately, they have an odd number of health, which is why I selected them over other options, because I knew they would survive for a longer period of time. Okay. Come on, Golem. One more hit, my friend. Beautiful. Absolutely a gorgeous picture. Painted a victory. So many points away, though. Feels so far away, that focus chest. 3 more wins in 16 minutes. Can I do it? And then we'll open up. And then we'll see what our next focus is and see if we can sneak a few wins in there. Earthquake, Armored Up. I hate to see Death Splinter. Particularly with Armored Up. I'm going to use a Lord of Darkness most likely. And I'm going to be losing probably quite handsomely. I almost feel like I want to play Death Splinter against them. Certainly not something they'd expect. Let's do it. Biz Kitty, Death Splinter. We're gonna go with Flying Machines. And the flying machine I wish to use is Void Dragon. Oh, Cthulhu, you're fantastic. So are you, Phantom Soldier. Because I don't want to anger their Lord of Darkness. I'm aware that Lord of Darkness does not have flying, but I do not wish to anger their Lord of Darkness under any circumstances. And look at that, I have 14 mana left, so let's go Chaos Dragon. Oh god, this is a freakishly strong team I'm putting in. I hope it actually does something. Oh no, it's not Lord of Darkness. It's Dark Horn instead. I am screwed. Magic Reflect's gonna get me. But they have a lot of magic, and I have this magical phase, which hopefully will allow me to dodge all of the things. Because that speed bonus is delicious. That was very rude, Allure of the Dark. So close. Come on. Come on, Dark Horn. Say goodnight. Said, say goodnight. There we go. At last, they said goodnight. The annoying thing is all of their team has Void. Thanks, Mimosa. I think I got this, though. Hopefully. Well, their last stand has kicked in. Well and truly. Here we go. Yeah, that felt like rude doing that to them, where they're like, they're clearly gonna play Earth. Then suddenly, death. 4 chess is not a great return. Back only for 24% ECR. I've been there. I believe I was there Monday myself. Keep your distance, close range. Ooh, that feels like Lyanna Cornelius, if I don't say so myself. It's not going to be a last stand Cornelius. Or is it just Lyanna Cron with that extra health? Let's go Lyanna Cron. That 1 extra health might be fun. Or it could be bad. Oh, that's bad. That's super bad with Zybax in town. Oh, that is an awful combination. Because he is basically going to one-shot Kron. Almost 18 damage. Dang. That was a great boost to my rating. I wonder how Cornelius would have done if they return fired that 18 damage. That would have been amusing. That would have been very amusing. No, they wouldn't have been able to return fire damage because they would have died because they would not have had enough health. Well, I'm glad I settled that one in my brain. And you said you got odds. Now I've got evens. And it's super sneak, which is fine because sneak is bad in evens. Hey, Butops, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. 7 and 15. I can't use the mighty llama, but I could use the flesh golem. But they're not very effective for super sneak. Let's try to do something more sensible. Let's go Lyanna. I kind of still want to use Venari Knifer, even though they're 6 mana. Because they have thorns, and thorns is delicious. Let's go Acid Shooter, Triage, and then we'll go with a Demoralize. And Super Sneak, we can throw in these other magical creatures. Now, did my opponent bring any sneak? They brought opportunity and limited sneak. Hey Delta, welcome. They also brought an enormous amount of scavenge. Ooh, the backfire. So it's not just thorns I have to rely on here. So that fills me with slightly more confidence about my choices here. And Venari Knifer is, of course, just pretty beastly attacker in their own right. I'd like to think that the princess here is the MVP of this battle. And that played out quite well. I think I'm back on that marching streak. That's 4 in a row now. Can I make it to another chest in the next 9.5 minutes? I hope so. I'm getting greedy now. Rise of the Commons, Stampede. Well, if they've got Silver Shield Knight, that is certainly going to be in the enemy's team. This is actually not the greatest for Earth because their tramples are not commons. Do I go with magic? I think I'm going to go with obsidian here. And I'm going to force slip spawn into the battle. I want protection. I believe that's the only protection I can play given the rule set. Yep. So we'll have a repair. And come on, Commander Garlic. I'd already picked them. I'm not re-rolling this team. It'll be banned after this battle. I'm setting that rule. That's just rude, my friend. That's rude. I've got 20k channel points I can use on you for your stream after this. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. So for those of you who are going to continue hanging around after my stream ends in about 25 minutes, you will have the company of Commander Garlic to enjoy. The absolute high energy and craziness that is Commander Garlic. There's no way to describe him unless you come along and watch his stream as well. Who's going to be my last card here? I think it should definitely be something magical. I think I'm just going to go with Regal Periton and hope that we can do as much damage to their life-based team as possible. Oh yes, they didn't bring any magic reflect. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, we should make some short work of that shield bearer. The sad part is they're going to get resurrected. I mean, it's not sad for me, it's sad for them. The saddest part is they're going to have to hold 2 funerals in succession because of that resurrect functionality. That was not super duper useful. I just hope that I can win the shootout here, because it is definitely a shootout. And that double strike from both the Arablist and the other dude is pain. There's no organic armor to save me here. But the return fire did a pretty good job. There's also no last stand to save me here, but Regal Periton has enough health. Here we go. That is a 5 in a row. Is it 5? 2, 4, 5. Yes, it is. But you missed out, Garlic. I started off in gold 3 today because I fell all the way back due to selfishness. And here I am halfway through Diamond 2, a complete reversal of my fortunes. And I foresee a shield bearer in my enemy's future. So we are going to try and destroy that shield bearer using all the magics. As much magics as possible. I'm also going to throw Cornelius into the team here as well. I think they will do quite a handsome job. And we'll go with Failed Summoner. The rest of the team, I don't know, it doesn't really matter at this point, so... Actually it does. Who's going to get us the most points if we win? The chicken. Let's go. Let's see how it plays out. Hopefully, well, time for more water. Okay, well, that's alright, I guess. I'm glad I've got all that magic. I'm not glad I have to deal with 3 sets of crying ladies here. We're going to have the Prismologist cry, Brightwing cry, Renova cry when Shield Bearer dies. Actually, I think that's going to be more or less if Shield Bearer dies at this point. Oh, I don't like this at all. Why can't they resurrect my cards instead of saving their resurrections for themselves? Doesn't seem particularly fair. You gotta share those resurrections around. Kron's a goner. Maybe. Yeah, Kron is a goner. Bye, Kron. Hey, Cornelius. You're not going to be able to do anything here. There's too much repair. There's too much triage. Cornelius will... I don't know. They might persist for a little bit, and then they will perish, as they have, right there. I don't think I'm getting that 18th chest, but I'm going to try. Ooh, broken arrows, earthquake. It's time for llama and hydra, and that's all. And then I'm going to skip to end, play another battle, skip to end, skip to end, skip to end. I want to try and get that 18th chest in the bag. Then we will open them all, and then we will tremble potentially with anticipation, and then we'll cry when we get rather ordinary outcomes. But I don't know, maybe we'll get something special. I hope we'll get something special. Maybe I will get a legendary neutral. That would be fantastic, because I don't have the legendary neutral yet. Benatkor, or whatever his last name is. I need that blast shield so that I can annoy all the players that decide that Jodin Zakut is the best idea. Come on, you're costing me quest time here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a big DEC cache either. That would be nice. At this point, I'll take anything. Today hasn't necessarily been a struggle. The early battles that I played were all ludicrously easy. Cool, that was a win. As I said, I wanted to scrape in. It's a minute and 20 seconds left before I can open those. I need to win this battle to access that 18th chest. I don't know if we'd want to make it rain DEC. Crystals falling from the sky may pose a health hazard of some sort. Stampede, aim true, so everything's gonna hit. Let's go llama. We want Grund. We want... Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? No, too expensive. Hydra. I gotta manage the time well here. Hydra goes at the back. Grund there. Go. Hopefully my opponents pick their team in time. Hopefully this is going to be a win. Yeah, I suppose it would be better for crystals than shards. If it was raining splinter shards, that would be a different level of hazardous. He's a rental whale. Oh, come on, opponent. Please pick your team in the allotted time. I wish to have another victory for my daily focus. Watch it be a victory, but it'll be just shy of the amount of rating points I need for that additional chest. That's my theory. If my luck is misfortunate. It's the curse of the Bilka. Yeah, and the curse of the Harklaw as well. I swear every legendary card I got in that first set of Chaos Legion legendaries was a Harklaw. But I think I'm up to 3 gold foil Jin Bilkas now. So I just need one more to have a max level legendary gold foil, which I've never had in all my years of playing this game. Come on, opponent. I don't think I'm getting that 18th chest. I think it's going to be 17th. I don't think I'm going to be hitting my opponent either, given the team composition here, but I'm going to watch it. I'm committed to the cause. Oh god, 9 speed. 10 speed? Are you ridiculous? Oh, absolutely ridiculous. Look at that speed. It's too much. Come on, Hydra. You can trample everyone. I have faith in you. Oh, they can't. They can if they retaliate right here. They didn't retaliate. Oh, Hydra, you betray me so. Okay, it was 17. Let's see what we get. I expect 17 potions. And anything beyond that is a bonus. 17 potions, here we come. There's the first potion. 16 potions left to go. Oh, Mad Hampier. That's an interesting tasting potion. There's another potion. Pellicor Deceiver, or Pellicor Deceptive, as I like to call him. 16 DEC. Ah, pack. Not bad. Ah, pack. It's not bad. Double packs. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, what's this one gonna be? It's a Wavesmith. I'm not angry at a Wavesmith. Another 16 DEC. Another lotion. A Bloodmaker. A Bandit. A Bandit. 24 DEC. A Bonesmith. And another Bloodmaker. And another lotion. So the 2 packs is pretty good. It wasn't exactly like a billion lotions as I expected, but let's see what this new focus is that I have 12 minutes to focus on. I'm going to use the word focus one more time. Why is it Earth again? Why is it Earth again? Oh, okay. Oh, let's do it. Earth twice in a row. And 15 mana. Keep your distance. Back to basics. Say hi to Obsidian. It's been more than 5 minutes now, Garlic. So Obsidian is back in the fray. And with such low amounts of mana, only not enough. We'll go with the best bang for buck. I think we should look at some ranged options. Ooh, you have lots of health, Child of the Forest. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this, just on account of everything I've chosen. Why would I play those guys when magic? Where's Bilka? There's Bilka. Two. We can't use melee. Dang, there goes that strategy. Oh well, you guys get swapped around. It's a Jotun. Oh dear. This could be trouble. This is indeed trouble. I can't get through that. That's a brick wall. That was pain. And it was full of pain. But it is through pain and struggle that we go stronger. If we don't grow stronger, then we just die. And, you know, it's not a choice. One of the two things happen. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you strong. That battle didn't make me stronger. It killed me on the inside, I tell you. Alright. Death, 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 death. Well, they have an ouster. I've shown my hand at being rather fond of magic. So let's go piercing. Everything piercing. While we actually focus on, yes, this. Things, stuff. Oh, this is the face of desperation you are witnessing currently. I am trying to fathom a way that I can kill a Lord of Darkness, and I don't believe I will be successful. What doesn't kill you makes you lemonades. Well, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of horror films where little girls and boys at the lemonade stalls have become ruthless and bloodthirsty serial killers. If that's not a film, then I demand that I receive all royalties to whoever produces such a film in the future. In fact, I wonder which Splinterlands card would be most likely to murder someone at a lemonade stand. We need to have a stream where we do those crummy school awards, you know, like most likely to end up a millionaire or most likely to have their face on a billboard, except all the answers must be Splinterlands cards. Okay, well, let's see what happens to my piercing stuff here. My sandworm here, I don't know, I feel like they're pretty vulnerable. Good redemption. Is my sandworm going to be vulnerable, or are they just going to beast mode last stand? I think they might beast mode last stand. I think that's going to be hilarious. Here we go. Oh god, I hope they don't get stunned. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Look at this sandworm go. Amazing. Life gives you lemons. Feed it to the sandworm, and then they do amazing things in battle. That's my theory. Alright, Silent Summoners. We can't rely on Llama Mage anymore. It's going to be Lyanna time. We're going to bring Dr. Blight to the party. We're going to bring Queen Mycelia to the party. In fact, we're going to bring lots of 4-mana creatures to this party. And then we're going to just go Kron. Kron at the back. Okay. I hope to whatever Splinterlands lords there may be, that we do well. Troubling. And by troubling, I mean, well, that opportunity is going to hurt. A lot. And if I don't take care of that Harvester before they get to Kron, that's going to hurt. A lot. Bye, Harvester. See you later. Okay. Come on, Dr. Blight. No. 8, 12, 14, 16 damage per turn here. Ouch. Ouch. That wasn't just a lemon, that was a lemon tree. With all of its spiky splines. But we have 6 minutes left. And I'm quite content with the amount of victory that I have managed to distill from this stream. It's been rather excellent so far. Okay. Yep. This again. This all over again. Silence, though, is an option. Mana cost. 10. Let's go with a slip spawn in the very front. Not sure I'm happy about this team, but I just click submit, so I have to live with it. I was expecting a Kraken. I'm disappointed. I'm glad I brought that silence, because it wouldn't have been 5 attack to Ruler of the Seas anyway. Now I could be in a great amount of difficulty. Ouch. They have too much damage. So much damage. Come on, Cornelius. You can do it, buddy. I don't think they can do it. So much armor. Ouch. It's over. He's gone. He's dead. He's dead. Alright. I think this one is probably going to be the last battle before we see Commander Garlic in action. Ooh, it is a whole bunch of that thing. There's no armor involved though. Oh, that is awesome. So say hello to Minotaur Warlord. Oaken Behemoth is a bad idea, but there's enough mana available, so let's do it anyway. I need stun. Stun, stun, stun. What stuns do we have? That's a sneaky stun. That's not a very useful stun. Spirit Shaman is not a sneaky stun. And then what can we get for 7 manas? I want to avoid... Oh, yes, Warchang. Warchang is 7 manas. I like my team. We'll see what it is. Well, it wasn't really suffering today, although the last few battles have been. It's sort of been an affluent form of suffering, going from Gold 3 to the middle of Diamond 3. Or the middle of Diamond 2, I don't know. I don't know where I am. Where did I come from? Where will I end up? I don't know that I'll be able to get back to Champ 2 this season, like I did last. Okay, Resurrection the first. Resurrection the second. Resurrections have now expired. Oh, it's a shame. Oh, no, it's not a shame. That will be a trample. This is a victory. I predict. Although it is going to be a pretty last stand. But there's enough magic there, I think. Yeah, there's enough magic. So, with that, that's an additional daily chest. For that one will be opened at some point tomorrow. My suffering is now indeed over, and you will shortly be joined by the wonderful Commander Garlic, who I am sure is ready to give you guys an extremely entertaining show. So I'll be passing the baton on to them. I hope you guys have an awesome evening, and I will catch you all again on Monday night. So I'll see you then. Cheers.